Hey guys, Superboy here, back in with another action figure review. Today I'll be taking a look at the DC Multiverse Collector Edition Connor Kent Superboy from Teen Titans, but let's be real, this is Young Justice Connor Kent Superboy. Looks like he popped right out of the show, kinda sorta, maybe with a head swap or two, but either way, this of course brought to us by the fine folks over at McFarlane Toys, and I guess, you know, Teen Titans, I think he did look like this on that Teen Titans live action series that was pretty good. I think that was on HBO Max or something a few years ago, but I digress. So, before we get too far ahead of ourselves, why don't we cut right to the chase and get into the meat and taters of this review and take a look-see at all Connor Kent has to offer in terms of accessories, starting off with a collectible trading card, which does have a bio on the back. But long story short, at least if you're going by Young Justice lore, he is a clone of Superman, but he doesn't fly, yet he comes with a flight stand. Maybe he flies in the comics. I almost think he flew in that Teen Titans live action series, but either way, my Connor Kent Superboy does not fly. He also comes with this awesome ground pound stand, which, due to the lack thereof, not points of articulation, but range in articulation on this body buck, because he does utilize the Toddy Mac body butt from the Spawn and Todd McFarlane 2-pack, he doesn't have the best range. Let's not kid ourselves. But he does have a couple of extra hands. He's got a pointy finger hand and a trigger finger hand. Those are pretty freaking useless for Superboy. I don't know why he comes with those instead of some just relaxed hands or something. And last but not least, he comes with a couple of alternate heads. He's got this gritted teeth, kind of angry looking head, which if you watch Young Justice, this is perfect for like a season 1 look for him. And then we also have this kind of bald Lex Luthor-y type head with the laser eyes thing coming out, which I don't remember him doing that in the cartoon either. Young Justice cartoon. So very interesting. It should also be worth noting, he is also a clone of Lex Luthor, so he's half Superman, half Lex Luthor. That said, he is half of what I got from this collector edition wave, the other figure being Sergeant Rock. I did not buy the manga Batman yet. I might backtrack and get it, but how many Batmans do you really need? But, you know, money doesn't grow on trees. I wanted these two. I didn't have these characters, so that's what I went for, and I'm pretty happy with both of them. Sergeant Rock is freaking huge. I mean, look at the size of him next to Superboy here. Either way, a review of him will be going up either tomorrow or later today, depending on what day of the week this video is posted. But Superboy does have a hockey puck display stand we're using with all McFarlane Toys releases, and here he is. Pretty cool. I think the arms from the bicep down are fine. He could have used maybe some broader shoulders, possibly even a more broader torso. I don't think it's bad. I think the only thing that's carried over from that Todd McFarlane figure that's kind of no bueno, at least for me, other than the lack of range, particularly in the hips, the torso, and the neck, is the loosey-goosey shoe feet. I don't know why he's got loosey-goosey shoe feet. They're not supposed to come off, but if you pull hard enough, they totally can. So that kind of stinks. But either way, as far as his articulation goes, his head will look up and down a little bit and rotate. It's very tight on there. I will say, if you turn it this way and pop it up like that, you can kind of get some upward movement, but not a ton. Not a ton. He does get very little tilt as well. Shoulders will pop up, or rotate around. He does have that beautiful butterfly in there. He's got a bicep swivel, double elbow, which not too gappy on this mold. On these arms, these are actually different from the Todd McFarlane figure. Then he has ball hinge wrists that can swivel, hinge, and swivel, rotate, whatever. I prefer to keep him with the fist hands. I think that works best for him. He does have a diaphragm joint that mostly just rotates. You don't get a lot of forward and back. Even turn this way, you don't get a lot of forward and back. So, yeah, not the best diaphragm joint. You get a lot more play in the waist. That will rotate. It'll bend back that far, forward that far, tilt side to side, and feels a little wrinkly towards the bottom. I don't know, it just feels a little weird. All the wrinkles going on in there. His hips will kick forward and back, out, back down. He's got a little thigh cut in there, but not a ton. Double jointed knee. A little gappy, but not the worst thing we've seen. And he is wearing pants. And then he's got a ball hinge foot that will swivel, hinge, and pivot. Again, kind of loose because of the feet they used. And then he's got a toe hinge, which is tight on that side. Yeah, it's not too bad on that side, but it could be better. So, yeah, he's not a perfect figure, but I do like him. I'm very happy to add him to the Young Justice roster. We have, at the moment, Aqualad, the Calderam Aqualad, and the Nightwing from the Titans wave, which I think works as a great Nightwing from Young Justice due to the smaller body and the more sleek and streamlined nature of that body. The other Nightwing figures are a little tall and have all the added tactical details and whatnot. Maybe the one from the Gotham Knights game would work too. I don't have that figure, so I can't really say. I will say we need a Kid Flash, a Wally West Kid Flash in the yellow and red. And we also need Artemis and Miss Martian, so we can complete the original Season 1 cast. I know Zatanna and, is it Rocket, were in there later, but as far as like the first few episodes, those are the main characters. And I guess Red Arrow, which we did get Arsenal, which he did appear later on in the series, along with Impulse, but, you know, I want the core Season 1 team. That's the team I like. I wouldn't also mind getting Tigress, which is what Artemis changed into later on, I think in Season 2. So, before I wrap this up, or get on with any more wish lists I have that will never be fulfilled, here he is with our two regulars, the Mythic Legions, Brother Mandibulith. Right there. And the infamous Incur 11 Spawn, who, as usual, towers over everyone. But hey, at least Connor Kent can be a card-carrying member of the Men in Red and Black Club, right? He's got that black t-shirt with the red S. Come on. It almost reminds me of the Death of Superman logo in a way, because wasn't there, it was the Comic-Con exclusive, right? The Mattel Doomsday in the containment suit. He had that black box with that red logo on it. Varnished logo. Either way, with that being said, it's time now that we wrap things up with some final thoughts. Overall, and aside from the extensive reuse of the Toddfather figure from the Spawn, prototype Spawn, whatever you want to call it, Spawn 2-pack, which wasn't a terrible figure, but as far as the articulation goes, not the best. And let's face it, I think good old Connor Kent here would have benefited from a much broader torso, if not upper arms. I do still think that this is a pretty solid addition to the DC Multiverse line, especially if you're looking to complete your Young Justice roster. So, with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this review. Until next time, catch you guys later.